So right now, get into this interview now. We teased about it last week. That's the sole purpose of y'all coming back for this part 2, people. Now, we talked about this last week, and this was something that we've been, in the works for a minute. So shout out to David Dwayne too for making this happen. He definitely, looked out. But we teased a little bit last week. Rob, he answered, a question about why they got back together. But I'm talking about Day26 people now. They had one of the highest rated TV shows in MTV history with Making the Band 4. They released 2 #1 albums. They both went gold. And they both, did good. And then did their solo thing for a minute, and now they're back together with all 5 original members. So we did an interview yesterday. We actually, because last week it was some scheduling stuff last week, so we actually finished the interview up yesterday with Brian. And it was an awesome interview, people. I'm telling y'all. Well, not yesterday, the day before.
We were on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. I see the day. See, I'm so used to Friday, so it was Thursday. But it was a really good interview, people. So y'all here, tune in right now. People, tell all your girls, tell everybody to tune in right now, because here is the interview with Day26's Brian, and he got a lot of info in there for you all too about their relationship with Danity.
What's going on?
Yeah, what's going
on with them now?
And so if they spoke in the Puff and everything like that. So it's a lot of exclusive stuff that you're going to find in this interview too. So y'all heard it here first. So here it is, FNL Radio's interview with Brian of Day26. What's the initial conversation like getting you 5 back together? I know y'all got that call saying that, it was the fans that y'all were really, targeting and stuff, but what was that initial conversation like, just getting y'all, 5 back together as a group?
Well, actually, Rob made the call. I remember like it was yesterday. He had gotten, he had been like looking on Instagram and on Twitter, and of course the fans were supporting each of us individually. All of us are working on music at one point or another. But the one common question was, we love y'all music and everything, but when's the group getting back together? When's the group getting back together? So, we owe it to Rob, for this reunion. Rob put a call out to everybody, and of course, everybody jumped the opportunity to get back together and work for each other. And it actually, it started off as a tour, but it grew into an EP, and we're like, you know what, man, like, this is something that God put together. So I mean, why tear this apart? So we decided, man, this is what we're gonna do, man. Day26, we're gonna be rocking. So we gave guys the EP, getting ready for a tour. No dates as of right now, but we're getting ready for the tour as well as a new album.
Okay. Like I said on the Doc Report, we've been covering y'all for many years now. So when that New Day album was supposed to drop, we was covering that for sure. So what happened to that material from that album? Because I know y'all moved forward with the new EP, with the Return, but what happened to that New Day material?
You know what, man? What's crazy, man, is I was jamming that just earlier today. Man, I mean, that music was amazing, man. Like, that music was definitely amazing. I mean, as of right now, this is kind of floating, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, the rest of the guys would love to, possibly, use that. But, like, that was, like, that album to me was going to be timeless. So, like, I mean, it was definitely before its time. But, like, listening to it now, it's like, wow, like, although it was, like, 2 or 3 years ago,
yeah.
Like, it's like, damn, the music as if, like, it's out now, so, I mean, you never know. I don't know.
All right. Did it really have anything to do really with, the whole Atlantic Bad Boy situation? Because, the whole Bad Boy thing moving to Interscope and then y'all being over at Atlantic still. Did it have something to do with it? And, how were those last days over there with that situation?
It somewhat had something to do with it. And our last days over at Atlantic, honestly, it was all love, business is business, at the end of the day, and I mean, we definitely can't take anything personal.
Yeah.
But, I still actually, communicate with some people that still work over at Atlantic, so, like, there's no love lost, no hard feelings, nothing like that, but, like, again, business is business.
All right.
Okay, this is Monique. I'm Dr. Soho.
Monique, you sound a little bitty, you sound tiny. size, girl. You sound fun size.
So yeah, I mean, well, have you guys spoken to Puff after that whole situation?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was like no bad blood, and they had no nothing, you know. I mean, business is business, you know. But you know, when we first announced that we were getting back together, you know, he definitely gave us his blessing, you know. I mean, we still communicate with him. I actually hung out with him when he came to San Antonio not too long ago, and you know, partied with him or whatever. But you know, I mean, there's no love lost, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you see him doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? I support that. You see us doing our thing, he supports what we do.
Okay, that's cool. Well, tell me this, was it a conscious decision to go independent this time around?
I think it was more or less like, we didn't want anybody kind of like, you know, telling us what to do and when to do it and how to do it, you know. We felt like we had what it takes, you know, as far as the know-how, as far as like the recording, as far as the writing, as far as the producing, as far as the engineering and things like that. Like a lot of people don't know this EP, like we really did on our own. Like I co-produced on like 2 records, co-wrote on a couple of them, you know. I mean, as well as the rest of the guys, you know, Willie's co-wrote. Rob, his pen is like ridiculous. I'm a huge fan of Rob's writing. You know, I mean, we pretty much did it on our own, from engineering to producing to writing to, you know, got my best friend Bruce Bang to mix and master a lot of the music. The other 2 the only 2 that he didn't do was Lose Control, R&B singer, and if I'm not mistaken, and Bullshit. Other than that, you know, my best friend Bruce Bang mixed and mastered everything else. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, we pulled in a lot of, you know, great favors from a lot of great people that really needed us, but at the same time, like, we did this on our own. From us making the phone calls to artwork to everything, Day26 did this.
Okay, well, cool. And by the way, Lose Control is awesome. That was a great record.
Hey, you know what's crazy? I was in LA, and I was sitting in Roscoe's eating a salad. See, you know, I say you was eating chicken and waffles. No, I wasn't. I was eating a salad. Anyway, I was eating a salad, and like, I was sitting there talking to my boy because I'm working on a mixtape called The Gangsta and the Gentleman with a rap artist from Vancouver by the name of Seymour Cash. And we were having a lunch break in the studio. And all of a sudden, I looked up and I was like, man, this dude looks just like Lil G. But I didn't pay any mind to it. So I kept eating. I looked up again and I was like, yo, that looks a lot like Lil G. And then he looked at me, he's like, hey, what up? And I was like, oh, shit, that is Lil G. He was like, yo, y'all killed it. And all of a sudden, like, John and Steve and everybody else started walking in. And I was like, yo. Like, they was like, yo, man, y'all murdered that, man. And for them, like an amazing group, like, so, you know, a group that we all, you know, looked up to growing up. Like, for them to say, yo, y'all murdered what we did, like, that right there to me, you know, it was confirmation that, okay, Day26 is definitely on the right track.
Yeah, I mean, really did your thing on that song.
Definitely.
That's a classic.
You know, certain songs you just don't touch. Yeah, certain songs you just don't touch. So I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous at first, but you know, maybe nervous for Day26.
I think you guys make them very proud. It's a really good song.
That deserves, definitely.
Thank you, Mama.
So, you know, moving from the music real quick, because we know you are from TV. You know, of course we know you for your great music and stuff, but we met you all on TV. So, you know, there was always some sort of drama on making the band 4, you know, from the audition process to the making of the albums and whatnot. Was any of the drama on the show, you know, contrived for the viewing pleasure, or were y'all really about that life? Because, you know, we saw you were a hothead on the show a lot of the times, Brian. So, you know, were y'all really about that life on that show?
You know, everything you saw was 100%, you know, real. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was no acting, no nothing going on. Everything you saw was real. So, yes, Brian is. I mean, but the only thing I don't like is editing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't show, like, everything and how stuff built up to where Brian blew up and why Brian blew up. They just should have made it seem like Brian was crazy. But I'm not crazy. I swear I'm not. Okay, maybe a little. But still, You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't show the entire like build up. You know what I'm saying? Like I wish they had shown that to like kind of show more of my personality and who I was. Cause like I'm a very to myself type person. You know what I'm saying? But I am also friendly. I like to be funny. I like to be goofy. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I'm to myself. You know what I'm saying? I grew up, by myself. Me and my sister are 7 years apart. So, I mean, that's like, a whole lifetime, a difference. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up by myself. So, like, I was always quiet. And, MTV kind of pulled me aside and, hey, honestly, if we don't show you this, like, you're going to be known as the boring one in the group. They showed me footage of me laying in the bed, chilling, or be quiet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I get it. I mean, it made the show interesting, so whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not gonna lie. For a minute, like we go on the road, people was fucking with me. I'm not gonna like, I'll be in the in-store. People were like actually skip over me. I don't like it. Wow. I'm like, what? But like, I mean, once people got to know my personality more and more, like they were like, I mean, I get it that Eddie kind of made you out to be this monster, but definitely not who I am.
Okay.
Well, do you guys have plans to return back to reality TV, or is that chapter just kind of dead?
We're definitely not against it. Like, what Willie always says is, keep them cameras rolling. Because honestly, there's never, ever a dull moment with this group. There's never a dull moment. Like, I mean, even getting back together, like, the jokes, the laughter, the everything is like, it's so genuine, it's so funny. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing forced, there's nothing anything. It's just all natural, all funny, and it's just like, excuse me, I really wish that the cameras go around right now to capture all this, because like, y'all are missing out on some good fucking TV right now.
Well, yeah, I really think that the people would definitely follow you guys. We definitely want to see, what you guys have been up to individually, collectively. I definitely think people will follow you guys. So, you guys really should, if the opportunity presents itself, you guys really should get back into reality TV.
Definitely.
Definitely. If the opportunity comes about, yeah, I mean, if it makes sense, you know what I'm saying, we'll definitely, jump on that.
Yeah, me and Monique, we're going to put our funds together, try and make that happen. We're going to take a collection at church real quick and make that happen.
Well, definitely be tuned in.
Yeah.
Already.
So speaking of reality TV now, another group that y'all were really close with on the show, Danity Kane. Now they're back together. They're back out there on the scene. And, I just got to ask a cliche question. Was it a coincidence that the two groups that were once on Bad Boy on the same show are back out at the same time again now?
Yo, you told me to ask that. No, honestly, a lot of people thought that we got back together. Oh, because Danity Kane got back together. But honestly, this had been in the works like for months prior to us even announcing it. You know what I'm saying? Danity Kane just had a meeting and got back together. But like this had been in the works like for months. We had just like not said anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but I am happy the ladies are back together and making great music. I love the new single Lemonade featuring Tiger.
In case of you guys touring together, possibly.
I mean, we're definitely not against it, but right now, I think our main focus as Day26 is, just rebranding Day26, making sure, and getting the word out there that Day26 is back together. Day26 is the real deal, is the real thing, and we're giving you what's been missing, which is real R&B.
Okay. So, speaking of touring, y'all just finished out, the long-awaited reunion tour. Y'all announced it back in December and stuff, and y'all been on the road hitting hard. How was that experience back on the road together? Because y'all haven't toured collectively as a group since it's been a minute. So how was that being back on the road? The five of you back again.
Man, bro, honestly, it's so much fun, man. It's so much fun, man. Like being with my brothers, being able to look to my left and look to my right, and my brothers is rocking with me, man. And we, giving the I don't want to call them fans. I hate fans. I call them fams. You know what I'm saying? S-A-M-S. So giving the fam, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the energy and what we feel and everything else, man. Like, there's no feeling like no other. I've never been high a day in my life, ever. I've never smoked marijuana, never done
So, y'all just had the BET Experience performance, the road to the BET Experience performance not so long ago, about a couple of weeks ago. With that touring, back in set in stone now, what can, if no one's ever been to a Day26 show, what can they expect from a Day26 show?
Oh, man, anything from top to bottom, of course. You know what I'm saying? What you expect from Day26 is your money's worth. Put on the show. We're going to make it seem, we're going to make it to where when it's over, you're going to be like, damn, I want more. I wish this would never end. Sometimes I look back at our performances, after every show, we always go back and critique ourselves, from recording or whatever. And every show is like, damn, I wish you could have kept going. I wish you could have kept going. Because, I love the fact that, everybody in this group is, is an entertainer. From top to bottom, the show is so electrifying. I don't want to say electrifying, it sounds crazy. But it's electrifying. You know what I'm saying?
So you guys put 1,000% in it. So you guys put 1,000% in your performance.
Yeah, 1,000,000% in it. 1,000,000%.
Million.
Niggas be sweating. Niggas praying. Niggas be, I'm telling you, we definitely leave it all out on the stage.
Okay.
Well, that's good. That gives the fans, like you said, their money's worth. It's what they're asking for, what they're looking for. So.
No, we can get into more.
Okay, well, tell us, your new EP, The Return. Tell us what can we expect from that, and what direction are you guys taking this project in?
As far as the EP is concerned, or as far as the actual album that we're gonna be working on soon?
Oh, well, tell us both. Y'all got the exclusives.
Actually both.
Y'all got the exclusives. Let us know.
Well, the EP was dropped June 26th, available right now. It's been the response has been amazing to me. For us to be gone for 5 years. Well, actually 4. I'm sorry. But it's been gone for 4 years, and still get the response and get the love that we've been getting. It's amazing to me. But to see new films, come along that means a whole lot more, because it's just wow, this music is really touching people the way that we want it. It's touched people, and to think that we did this all on our own, that's amazing to me. We definitely, for the EP, we definitely wanted to show people who Day26 was, and that's why we kind of took this project in our own hands and kind of made it to what Day26 is today. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why we didn't want the labels coming in. That's why we didn't want, this person, this huge producer, that huge producer coming in and giving us what they felt like Day26 is. Everything was from scratch. We did this on our own. A lot of the time we weren't even around each other. Thanks to Pro Tools and emails. We got this whole EP done. So I don't think there was anybody ever to do a project the way that we've done the project. And to attach a book to it, that to me is hard work and dedication. We're actually about to start filming a short film about the book. So it's going to be not only new music and an EP as far as the book with the EP, but we're also about to get a film with the EP. So I'm going to start shooting next month. I'm excited about that. And as far as the new album, we're definitely going to stick with the formula that I feel like we created with this EP. As far as using the same producers, as far as using the same writers, because I felt like everything was genuine, everything was out of hunger, and I think we're definitely going to stick with the same formula. But Day26 is definitely going to give you a million and 8%.
Okay, that's what's up. And that book, that was a good look too. That y'all attached the book with it, and now y'all doing the short film. That's major right there. Y'all doing big things. Y'all Y'all get a clap bravo.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you, man.
No problem.
I mean, by the grace of God, we're able to do it, man.
That's what's up. So, who did y'all work with on this project? Because, y'all was naming some names that, people, peak from around the block don't even know who that is, but, who were some of the people that y'all really keep in touch with?
And that's what we wanted to do. That's what we wanted to do, man. We worked with Marcus Divine, the Heat Mother, on Bullshit and Lose Control. We worked with John Blue, on R&B singer. My cousins, actually, it's a family affair too. My cousins, Amir, Jay Reed, and Shelton, and myself, we actually produced. There was Russian Roulette. We wrote and produced that, as well as You're Worth It. We wrote and produced that as well. And Touchdown was my best friend, Bruce Bang, who he wrote and produced, and co-produced it, sorry. And I reached out to my boy Baby Bash. Baby Bash, he was like, I talked to him. He was like, hell yeah, send it over. I sent it over. Like, he sent it to me like the very next day. So, yeah, it was like a family affair, and with a lot of great friends that put together this project.
Okay, that's what's up.
We got work with, a lot of people to get this, make this project come together. And I'll tell you that the EP is really, it's great. We had the opportunity to listen to it. I think I listened to it for the first time sometime last week. And I can't stop playing it.
Hey, you're late. Okay, you're supposed to get it. You're
I'm sorry. But I'm telling you, I can't stop to it. It's a very awesome project. It's Saturday, things up, guys.
Thank you so much. So much.
You're welcome. So now, for your first two albums, you all did some epic joints with Brian Michael Cox. Is there any chance of you all getting him to produce any more of your music going forward?
VMC, is like my brother, he and both from Houston, Texas. I have been working with Brian since as far as I can remember. We're definitely not against it. If the powers that be make that happen, then then so be it. Yeah. We're definitely not against it though.
All right, 'cause those my sister, she is like a huge fan of y'all, so we be on road trips. They playing the two albums back to back, and those joints.
Hey, that's got DP to play, baby.
Exactly. So, those joints right there. We definitely would like to hear some more BMC and DAY26 joints for sure. All right, but speaking of that,
that's like Batman and Robin. Man.
Exactly.
It's Superman and Batman. My bad.
But earlier in the interview, you were talking about you were listening to some old joints from the New Day album that never came out and stuff. But what were some of y'all favorite joints that y'all ever recorded? Because no lie to you, y'all even had some joints that were unreleased. Like it was a joint called Dizzy that was hot. That was y'all that you did for the Forever in the Day album. Yeah, so what were some of y'all favorite joints? That y'all recorded from.
Some of my favorite joints. Since You've Been Gone, to me, hands down a classic. For forever be like one of those joints when you hear it, you be like, damn, that's my shit. Everybody every other song. What else, man? Truth Is a Lie is another one of my favorite records. And I have to say Russian Roulette, man.
Okay. Like mixture of the first two, and the new EP. That's what's up.
Yeah,
So, how does it feel, with y'all being an R&B group in today's generation? Because, we watch you all grow up basically on TV. Like I said, we listen to your music, and y'all like that first R&B group that was reminiscent of some of the older groups from like the 90s. Because, I'm a 90s head, I'm a 90s kid, but I'm a music head, so I know my music. But, some music, people that's nowadays, they don't know, some of the older stuff, but they know y'all though. But how does it feel to be, kind of compared to, you know, the 90s generations like Jodeci and Silk and, you know, some of the other groups from them. Because people are comparing y'all. I mean, they're doing it. They're really, you know, comparing y'all to.
You know what? That's crazy, man. That's crazy that people do. Like I hear all the time. I'm like, yo, man, you gotta remind me of Jodeci so much. You gotta remind me of 112. It's just like, it feels weird because it's like, damn, nigga, I ain't that deal. But I'm thankful because, like to me, those people are legends. You know what I'm saying? So, like, to be compared to legends, like, again, that lets me know that Day26 is definitely on the right path.
Definitely.
I took a little sense to that because I got some years on both sides. So, Silk and H-Town and 112, that was my generation, my era.
Actually,
like, you know, like you said,
Tino from H-Town was my mentor before he passed away.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, that was my mentor, so yeah.
All right. A little tidbit here on the show. That's what's up.
Well, like you said, you know, it's always good. You know, it's always great to be compared, you know, to those legends. They put out some great music back in those days, and, you know, for you guys to be compared to them, I think that's amazing.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a blessing. Definitely a blessing.
All right. So, moving forward with this release of The Return, you know, what are the long-term moves, you know, after the EP, you know, for y'all? I know you say dropping a new album, you got a tour coming out, you know, again, you know, with some more dates, hopefully a date here in VA so we, you know, people in VA can see y'all, because y'all haven't toured in DMV in a minute, so I'm just saying, but, you know.
Yeah.
What can, you know, people expect, you know, long run?
Just another Day26 album. This is another Day26 album, man. We're actually talking now about it in what direction that we're going to go. Is it going to be like a continuation of the EP or you know, I mean, we've been talking, but, you know, nothing's set in stone right now. So, like, that's our main focus right now is answering tonight's weekend and actually getting back in the studio and working on another project.
Okay. All right, so, you know, first, you know, before, you know, we close out the interview and stuff, I just got to get my little, you know, I'm in church right now. I got to get a little testimony real quick. But, but, you know, back when I was in... Yeah. but, you know, when I was in college, you know, I was going to Art Institute of Philadelphia, you know, back in 2007, 2008, my freshman year. And I started doing an internship at Bad Boy. And, you know, shout out to Sean Perez, you know, who gave me the opportunity. And I would always come from Philly.
Hey, Sean Perez, man.
Yeah. Always go from Philly back up to New York every weekend and stuff like that. And I remember I started, like, when y'all came out back in 2008 and y'all was going heavy, you know, I was, you know, out there with the whole Bad Boy Street team. You know, we out there picketing the signs and stuff like that, all the events. So, you know, I definitely, I've definitely been, you know, holding y'all down for a long time, you know, even on the website, the radio show. You know, we definitely been, you know, holding y'all down.
I really appreciate you, man.
No problem at all.
Thank you so much, bro.
No problem. So, you know, y'all know y'all definitely got y'all listeners always tuning in, you know, to get that latest info on Day26 and stuff. So, you know, we definitely got y'all covered on that. But, and y'all got any, you know, you got any last minute shout outs before, you know, close out the interview?
Hey, yeah, man. Just, you know, I want to thank you guys, you know, taking the time out to, you know, interview me, you know what I'm saying? And actually, interview Day26, talk about the new project. I just want to thank, you know, every single one of our fans, you know what I'm saying? We're nothing without them. You know, we're definitely thankful for everything that, you know, that they do as far as, like, supporting, as far as purchasing, as far as retweeting, as far as, you know, liking them to pick on Instagram. That means a whole lot, and, you know, we definitely see you. You know, thank God, you know, for that opportunity, of course, you know what I'm saying? Without him, like, nothing would be possible. And, you know, thanks to our team, man. Our team from, you know, Mike Mosley to Carol Dorsey to David Dunn to CC Vance has done some work for us. Just, you know, I mean, just our team, man. We thank you guys so much. Uncle Red, for, you know, for everything, man. We just thank everybody for everything, because, you know, with their help and their belief, you know what I'm saying, they're keeping the Day26 alive.
We hopefully, like I said, we get that DMV tour here real quick, so, you know, we get them backstage passes.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're definitely excited about the Day26 comeback. We are, like what you said, definitely, hopefully we'll get a DMV tour pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm always out there. My daughter lives out there, so I'm always out there. Definitely.
All right. Now I can't close out.
All right, man. God bless you guys. Oh, my bad.
I was about to say I can't close. I'm gonna get murdered if I don't do this. Now my sister, like I said, she a real fan of y'all, so y'all got shout out Charnay real quick because she gonna murder me if I don't even mention that. So.
What's her name?
Charnay.
Was it Charnay?
Yeah.
Your parents would have been drinking when you named her. Yo, shout out to Charnay, Mama. Thank you so much for supporting us, man. We love you.
All right, so I think this interview been a minute in the making. I know y'all was like these niggas here, but it was Black Music History Month.
That's all good, fam. Hey man, you rock with us, we rock with you, man.
Yes, we appreciate it. Thank you so much, and God bless y'all. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Bye, fun size.